Arsenal 5, Chelsea 0. An absolute demolition. And absolutely destroyed, picked apart, toyed with, played around with, like when your cat catches a mouse and it kind of lets it go to scurry about and then you grab it again. That's what Chelsea were in the end. Absolutely obliterated. In a derby, they should be embarrassed. They had nothing in the end. In the first half, Arsenal with the early goal. And we let Chelsea back in the game. So there was a little bit of a worry. They had opportunities to score. And if it wasn't for Nicholas Jackson using planks of wood as football boots, we may have been gone into half time evens, or even with Chelsea ahead at some points. It was a bit of a worry. Yeah. But in the second half, I mean, he must have said something at half time because they came out absolutely flying. It was a completely different team in the second half, and Chelsea didn't even have a sniff. I'm joined by Steve K. How you doing, Steve?
Yeah, mate. That was, that was a nice watch, wasn't it? A little bit nervy in the first half, I must admit. As you said, we let them back into it, but no, look, let's face it. We just, what you said, we just toyed with them. We just played with them. It was like the first half. We said, come on. We scored the goal. Oh no, hold on a minute. Let's play with you. Let's let you back in a little bit of the game. Let's bring you into a little bit of false, security. And then we just think coming out the second half, got in the huddle, and just absolutely showed what Chelsea are. A crap team, a crap club, crap fans, just total crap. The whole, this week, the Chelsea fans, oh my God, what? I don't even know where they popped up from. Seriously, I don't even know where they've come up from. They're just coming up from what we're going to do this to you, you're going to lose the bottle job. Well, there was only one bit of bottle jobs tonight, and and they wore blue. But yeah, it was a great performance, mate. And look, this team's learning. This team's a different animal from last season. And look, we're in pole position now. And look, now it's down to Man City. Man City, if you're looking out there, you have got to win your next two games. And that's all. Got to. No draws, no wins. You have got to win. So what more can you put that self in with, like 5 games to go, put Man City in that position and ask them those questions? That's what we've done, and you can't ask no more than that. Well done to the lads.
Yeah, exactly. Look, at half time there was a lot of Kai Havertz bashing, but in the second half he came to life in front of goal, didn't he? That second finish, that second finish was quality.
Oh mate, yeah.
And the way he cut across Cucurella and sort of just muscled him away was just quality from Kai Havertz, and I think people need to relax because it was at the start of the season, it was wasting money, 65 million, blah blah blah. He settles in, looks like he's doing well, starts to do well, then he starts to get some goals. Then the Havertz apology forms come around, then people are like, oh, do you know what? Havertz actually does a really good job for Arsenal. One game in the Champions League, and people are ready to throw the knives out.
Yeah, they was ready to throw the knife in at half time. Half time, right? The Havertz, and I'm calling out you Arsenal fans as well. I'm calling you out, right? You'll come back the doldrums again at half time. Oh, he didn't do this. He didn't do that. He didn't do this. We didn't do that. When there's other players in the Arsenal fans you put up on a high pedestal who really deserve to be called out a lot more than Havertz. I might mention no names, right? It's not a night for that. But you're right, mate. He come out, can't finish. I've been having a chat with our friend Olivia Bogosi this week. I just want to say, Hello, Olivia. I hope you're watching.
Joe, so we can talk about Kai Havertz and how well he's done. 33 games, 16 goal contributions for Kai Havertz, 11 goals in the Premier League and 5 assists. Tell me this is not a player who is worthy of the £65 million that Arsenal paid for him and the 250 grand a week that we paid for him. People, relax yourselves. Just wait. Sometimes patience is key. Sometimes just wait. Stop being so quick to make a big statement because you come back with egg on your face. And there are a lot of people out there that are looking very stupid that have talked the talk about Kai Havertz and they can't walk the walk. Simon is here. Oh my God, boys. Kai tonight. Ødegaard, our equivalent of the midfield version of Dennis Bergkamp. What a player he's been. Just the little footwork, the touches, the passes. Unbelievable.
Yeah.
Even Arsene Wenger turned around the other week and said, Martin Ødegaard is
Can we say it?
Arsenal's Dennis Bergkamp.
Can we say it? Can we say
What?
the word? Can we say the W word?
I mean, go for
Can we?
I think we should just wait till the end of the season.
Can we?
There's going to be people that are just wait till the end of the season. Just wait till the end of the season. This geezer's special.
He's very
This geezer's special. This
He's
geezer's
very
special.
mate.
$1 billion spent. It's not Sai. It's 680 million. 320 million is a lot of money. Why do people keep talking about 1 billion? Like 320 million is not 2 transfer windows. Get out of it. Get out of it. What are you talking about? Stop.
Yeah.
Don't join in that nonsense.
People talk about Phil Foden, as the W word. Do you know what I mean? Well, if he is, then Ødegaard is as well, without any shadow of doubt. Because I think he's an actual better footballer than Foden. Without any shadow, nowhere near it.
I think he is. Thomas Partey back in the team. It's good to see Thomas Partey back as well, and get a full. Did he get a full 90 under his belt, or he got near enough?
No, he did.
He got about 70, 80 minutes under his belt, which is good to see. And then we got to bring on subs. Fabio Vieira came on after a long injury absence. Tomiyasu on the pitch as well.
Yeah.
But let's get into the players' ratings. Not much to do tonight. Oh, a couple of good saves. Actually, a couple of good saves early doors, wasn't it? David Raya. David Raya.
Yeah, look, I mean, I'm in a very excitable mood tonight, so my ratings might be like a bit high. But I think the pressure was on, and I think a few of the players did. Raya was excellent tonight, and well done on winning the Golden Gloves, by the way, because no one can stop him now. So congratulations to David Raya on winning the Golden Gloves. So money well spent, or money not so well spent yet, because I ain't paid for him yet. But outstanding tonight. Didn't put a foot wrong. When he was called for, made a couple of good saves, like you said. Handling was perfect. A1 performance. You can't really better it. So how do you Chelsea did have chances, and he made some good saves. So yeah, as I say, I'm excitable tonight. I'm giving Raya a 9.
Ooh, 9 for Raya. Where'd you go with everyone else if you're giving Raya a 9?
I've got a few 9s, a few 8s, and a few all sorts, mate. Maybe even a couple of 10s. Who knows?
All right. William Saliba.
William Saliba. Yeah, I mean, the first half, I thought he was a little bit shaky. Second half, a lot better. But just one or two times, I just felt that who was it who was giving him the problem? Nick Jackson, wasn't it? Who was beating him for pace a few times. But overall, a good solid performance. 7 for William tonight.
7 for Saliba. His defensive partner, Gabriel.
Yeah, I thought he was unreal, mate. I think he's just getting better every, better and better every week. Thought he was outstanding tonight. I thought he was the better of the two centre halves. Not the captain, but he gives a captain's performance every week. Seems to be winning every tackle. Yeah, just a colossus at the back for me. Yeah, I'm going to give him an 8.
All right, 8 for Gabriel. He pitched in with 2 goals. Benny Blanco.
I tell you what, Gareth Southgate should go to his house and get on his knees and beg him to come to get back into that England side and say, I'll play for you in the Euros, because this guy is now, putting all his performances together over the last 10, 12, 15 games. For me, he's the best right back in the country, consistently by a mile. Tonight he was absolutely brilliant. 2 goals, one excellent finished first one, second one was great, weren't it? I mean,
Did he mean it?
No,
Did he mean it?
I don't think. You don't know, but Ben's. You only got to look at his face. He don't give much away, does he? Some players will just run into the crowd and I scored that. I thought that was me. I meant that. He was like, the way he was looking as if to say, "Oops, I didn't mean that." But yeah, whatever it was, we'll say he meant it. If he did mean it, mate. Wow. You see Arteta's face, because you see it, on the touchline when it went in, he just looked as if to say, "My word, what?"
The thing is, he didn't mean it, but the way he looked, because he looked like his body shape was to cross it with the inside of his foot, which would have been nice.
Yeah.
But he immediately looked at the goal, so I would have just been like,
"Yeah."
I would have given it one of them.
Yeah, I would have claimed that, mate. I would
100%.
But it wasn't just that, wasn't that just part of his performance tonight? I mean, the shithousery from Ben tonight he's brilliant. Do you know what I mean? The way he was winding up Cucurella was, just was absolutely brilliant. And then turning around to the ref and saying like, "Well, I ain't done nothing. What's the matter?" Like, and he's elbowing him in the gut and all that. And then Cucurella's going, "Didn't you see that?" And he's going, "What?" But mate, he was fantastic tonight. He gets a 9 for me tonight. Ben White, good defensively as well. Didn't really sort of get have any problems with anybody over that side either. But it's good to see Ben White you can see how good he is when he comes forward, can't you? The beginning of the season we never see that Ben White, did we?
Mm-hmm.
For me, Ben White gets a 9 tonight.
All right, Tomiyasu at left back.
Yeah, again at half time, there's a few people I had a little look online, see what people were saying. He was a player that was getting a little bit of stick. Well, I'm sorry, I'll say it how I see it. I didn't see it. I don't know what they were watching. I didn't see that at all. I thought he was very good. I thought he had a very good game, and was very solid. And hopefully he'll be back in there for the. I think he did enough to get that left back spot now, probably for the rest of the season. Mm-hmm. So on that performance, so for me, good, without doing anything really special, similar to Saliba type of thing. So. Because I think Gabriel and Ben White stood out a little bit more than Saliba and Tomiyasu did. So, for me, Tomiyasu gets a 7.
All right, 7 for Tomiyasu. Back in the centre midfield with Declan Rice for the first start this season, isn't it? With Declan Rice and Martin Ødegaard. Thomas Partey,
mate, I thought he was really good.
Mm-hmm.
I'll say things as I see them, and I know Arsenal fans, we all love Thomas Partey, but to me, recently coming back, I've worried about him. I was worried about him in the side tonight. I wasn't sure if he was fit or whether he could handle, this back end of the title season and 90 minutes, and I was concerned, but right from the first minute. He looked like he'd never been away. You know, yes, there was a couple of times he was a bit loose of passes, but
Yeah,
you know,
I don't think he's
but yeah,
fully
go on, mate.
match fit. Like, I
No,
don't think he's fully there because he seemed a bit at points. He seemed a bit stiff.
yeah,
Like,
yeah.
but he was working around that.
Yeah, and his touch was good, and his passing was good. You know, I'm normally
Yeah,
quite critical of,
spraying balls out.
yeah, and I'm normally quite critical of his passing. You know,
Mhm.
because I think you have to be a good passer in the midfield, especially for Arsenal, and sometimes it goes wanting a bit. But tonight, I really enjoyed Thomas Partey tonight, and yeah, again, similar to Tomiyasu, for me, he starts against Tottenham. You know, if
Okay.
he, you know, I thought he was good. I thought he was
Do you think
good.
that's why he started tonight? Because there's a chance that they want to start him against Tottenham.
Yeah, I think so. I think they do. I think they do. And on that performance, I hope they do, because I thought you know, I mean, you know, they're just like he's got this opposing figure, isn't he? Do you know what I mean? He's huge in that middle there, and you know, and he allows Declan Rice to run forward and get forward more, and that's a good thing. But yeah, as I say, as from like the first minute, you know, he was one of the players in the first half that, because I didn't think we was great the first half. Do you know what I mean? I thought we could have done a lot better. He was one of the players that, you know, I would have, you know, I thought stood out, you know, in his performances. Whether that was because he's been away and I didn't expect him to do what Harry was, and he was, you know, he was above that. But for me, he gets an 8 tonight, considering that was his first game back, and considering I thought his passing was excellent, thought he got his ball there, I thought his touch was good. I'll forgive him for a couple of loose passes. You know, I'm not worried. I wasn't not too worried about that.
Mhm.
But yeah, I thought he was good. I thought he was. If he can be like that and a little bit better, you know, going into the last 5 games, you know,
Yeah, it could be an asset going to. I didn't
oh,
think he'd play his part this season because I thought he'd been out too long. And
yeah,
if you've seen Mikel Arteta last season, even this season
yeah,
seems like he's been a bit reluctant to bring players back in the fold who's been out for a while. But
yeah,
look,
yeah,
this for me, it's perfect timing.
yeah. No,
If Thomas Partey ends up leaving at the end of the season, I hope he can make a big difference to
yeah.
just see out the rest of these games. Just get 3 points for the
Mm.
rest of these games and leave the questions to be asked for Man City. Exactly like what we've been
Yeah,
done
yeah.
against Wolves, and
See,
exactly like what
see,
we've done tonight.
see. Like, I mean, we've all said that it's you know, there's a chance that he's leaving, and you know, and we've said that because of his injuries. You know, he doesn't play. You know, when he's come back, he hasn't, you know, ripped up any trees. Do you know what I mean? And we're like getting on a bit now, but you know, he asked. You know, he could put questions into Mikel Arteta's mind tonight. You know, if this
Yeah.
last 5 games, he can like push us over the line by playing in that 6 role. I'm not saying he's the answer and he should be our number 6 next year, but you know, if he can be part of the squad, you know, going forward into next season, then I'll be rethinking it. You know, do you know what I mean? But it's all
Yeah.
about him staying fit.
It's
Do you know
about
what I
staying
mean?
fit. I think the problem with Thomas Partey is he's so good that
Mm,
we've relied on him. He's been a vital part of our team. He's been an
yeah,
integral part. So when you lose him, the drop off is massive.
yeah,
But now we've brought in the likes of Declan Rice, we've got Jorginho there, and we've done well this season to stabilise the team. We're
mm,
missing Julian Timber all season, a
yeah,
player who
yeah,
we know that when he plays the inverted fullback role, he drops into that defensive midfielder role as soon as we're on the attack, as soon as we've
yeah,
got possession of the ball. We haven't had that this season. Zinchenko's a different type of inverted fullback than Julian Timber. And when you've got Ben White who plays his way, he plays up the flanks. You've got Tomiyasu who also plays up the flanks more. Yes, he can do a little bit inverted, but it's not the same. So we've got different players.
mm.
Although we've got players that can do similar things, they all bring something different to this team. So, yeah, I would love to see Thomas Partey stay, but it does seem like the writing's on the wall. But if we could just keep him fit for the rest of the season, I feel like he can play a big part. We've got some
100%.
tough games coming up, and I'd love to see him. I'd
Yeah,
love to see him play
he's an
against Tottenham.
imposing figure. He's an imposing figure in that 6. Do you know
Yeah,
what I mean? And look, we love Jorginho, and he hasn't let us down at all this season. Do you know what I mean? He's been fantastic, Jorginho. But yeah, I mean, in the tunnel as well. We talk about the tunnel and the fear factor. Do you know what I mean? I mean, him in that six there
Yeah,
is a
but what it
scary
all
proposition.
definitely, definitely. But what it also is with Thomas Partey, although Jorginho is an excellent passer of the ball, and we've seen him how good he is on the ball, and his way of finding his vision is he's probably the best in the team. But
Mm,
Thomas Partey does different passes. He does it differently. He'll run
yeah,
past the man and put the ball over the top. We saw it a couple of times tonight where he sees that ball and he just play it, and it cuts
mm,
through about three or four players.
yeah,
Gets the ball to Erdegaard. His go-to is Erdegaard or
mm,
Saka. That's his go-to. And then he was spraying balls out to the left. No, quality performance for a person for a player who's been out a lot of this season. Only 6 games this season. A very, very good performance. Declan Rice.
yeah. Declan Rice was brilliant tonight. Again, you know, it was a little bit unsung, if you like. Do you know what I mean? He just went about his business. It just shows you what Partey does when he's on form and fit and at his best, right? Because Declan Rice all of a sudden morphs into that goal scoring, you know, dangerous number 8. Because that's what he was tonight. He could have had an hat-trick tonight.
Yeah, he nearly scored at the post.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
that is all because, Kears, of Partey. Because he's freed up. Yeah, now he's free. He's free to go and do other things. Yes, look, he could get back. He can turn on the burners. He can get back, help Partey, put his foot in. You know, win tackles in the midfield, play up the forwards in. He can do that, but he's also a massive threat. You know, going forward, and he could have easily had a number 8. He could have easily had an hat-trick tonight. You know, there was a few balls that should have been played to him that wasn't. He probably did. You know, there was the chance with Gabriel Jesus done that little flick back and he was offside and he hit the post. Fair enough, but I mean, I don't think Declan Rice expected that from Jesus, to be honest with you. And he was like, "Oh, how do you do that?" That came to me quick. And yeah, but he was brilliant tonight, all over the pitch as per usual. Yeah, close to a 9. Yeah. Let's give him a 9. Let's give him a 9.
Right, Rice gets a 9. Man the match on the TV, and surely your man the match tonight, Martin Odegaard.
Mate, what this kid is
ghosts in big games, Steve. He ghosts in big games.
Oh, he goes missing, doesn't he?
Goes missing. Casper the friendly ghost, I heard. Casper.
Yeah. Oh, mate, one of the, if not one of the top 5 players in the Premier League by an absolute country. By country mile, maybe top 3, you know, and you know, just so good. I mean, his touch on the ball, his vision, he's a la Dennis Bergkamp, like you said. He seems to can do everything De Bruyne does. What De Bruyne does, you see De Bruyne do these passes, these through ball passes, and you say, how did he do that? That touch, that movement, the way you turn. I don't think he's got the movement of Odegaard. Look, De Bruyne can do special things with the ball, but Odegaard seems to twist and turn and move out of tackles and then clearly through someone's leg and then play this unbelievable ball through to the forwards. Or, you know, does De Bruyne do that? You know, I'm not putting down De Bruyne; he's world class, but you know, I'm just trying to sort of, you know, get out there to people how good Odegaard is, and he should be. And now, I think he should be put in the same breath. You know, and it's hilarious that.
How many hair flicks did Odegaard do tonight? How many hair flicks? Well, the same amount of hair flicks, the same amount of assists, I'd say. 3 hair flicks, 3 assists.
Do you know what? Do you know what? He was so good tonight. He was so good that I can't. I'm going to have to watch back the game again to remember all the things that he did, because you know, I was watching the game, obviously very excited, very happy, and all you heard all night, Odegaard, oh my God, how did he do that? The vision, and I'm like. You're trying to keep up with all this, you know, and he was never any doubt of who was going to be the man in the match. I mean, he never scored a goal. You know, it wasn't that he scored a worldie. He was just, he's mate. he is this close off world class. Well, he's this close. When you think some of the players that are getting named, he'd walk in any team. You know, that's how I gauge a world class player. He would walk in any team on the planet. Anyone. Who wouldn't he? What team wouldn't he get in? I just don't know on that form. Just
Yeah, his pass was another level.
The
pass for Havertz's goal was just ridiculous.
Oh yeah, and then it's like, it's not like he does it every now and then, you know, once in a blue. He does it all the time, just consistently, time and time and time again. Yeah. No, Real Madrid, mate. Real Madrid.
Yeah, he's being an arsehole.
Yeah,
what are you giving him?
10.
10.
Was it? It was mate. It was faultless. There was nothing. Everything about his game was bang on. It was absolutely a faultless performance, and yeah. But you know, do you know what? It don't surprise me, mate. It don't surprise me. But yeah, as I say, if he plays like that for the rest of the season, then yeah.
Cool. All we can ask is for Arsenal to put 3 points on the board and leave it for Manchester City to do the business. Maybe they do feel pressure. It's going to be up to us to make sure they do get that pressure to feel. Leandro Trossard.
I thought he again, mate. Tonight he was absolutely brilliant. He got the goal. Good ball. Again, we never mentioned that. It was a great bit of work in the midfield from Thomas Partey to start that move off, which did get mentioned in the commentary. You know, it was all about sort of like Declan Rice, who played the ball through to Trossard. But I was screaming at the tellies, and did you miss what Thomas Partey did to start that move off and the ball to play through to Declan Rice? But obviously, you know, they missed that. But you know, I think that's something that it's something that should be said, because that goal was a lot. But back to Trossard, mate, I thought he was outstanding tonight. He was fantastic. Not just his goal, but off the ball. He's running back. He just wanted it tonight. He was up for it, wasn't he?
Kept his spot and then got the goal.
Yeah, and again, he's similar to Tomiyasu, similar to Partey. He's got his name on the team sheet for Sunday against Tottenham.
Yeah,
because Martinelli's not getting back in.
Yeah, not
on that form. And yeah, Trossard for me gets a 9 tonight.
All right, Trossard with a 9. Garth says, seriously though, fair play to Arsenal tonight. You literally can't ask for anything more. Absolute masterclass.
I know he knows.
Kai Havertz.
Oh, mate. With the bloke that can't...
16 goal assists, 16 goal contributions in 30 games, people. 16 goal contributions in 30 games. 11 goals and 5 assists.
Yeah. Well, what can you say? All I can say, mate, on here, you know, if we say something, don't disagree with it. Be careful when you disagree with me and Kears on the Arsenal show, because you will come back looking like a dick. So if you have that train of thought, you know, when you feel like in the comments you want to go, whoa, you careful, because I've got receipts where I can absolutely bury every one of you, right? Because I see it, and we know, and you see it, right? We knew what would happen. You know, they were, you know, the Sharks are out, weren't they, at half time? You know,
half time, people. Come on. The ink hasn't even dried. The ink has not even dried on your Kai Havertz apology form. He has a quiet game. Not even a bad game against Bayern Munich, a quiet game. And it was knives out the other day. It was disgusting. It was vile, the way that we treat some of our players. Do we just completely ignore the likes of Saka being on poor form or Martinelli being on poor form, and just go to someone like Kai Havertz?
Yeah,
And the same thing was happening with the same thing was happening with Gabriel last season. It was like Gabriel's putting in worldy performances, and all you're talking about is William Saliba. We all know everyone has favourites. Everyone has a favourite player, but these players play for the team that you support, so you have to support them. You've got to support them, and it can't be at the drop of a hat you're turning around and saying, "Get them out of my club." What is that?
It's the same. We've had it with so many Arsenal players, and we had it with Arteta. Oh, he's not good enough. He finished eighth. Get him out of the club. You know, all through his career, he's always going to get that of certain people. We had it with Granit Xhaka. Oh, he's this, that. Yeah, we proved him wrong again. We proved everybody wrong. You know, now he's the hero. Now Arteta's the hero. But Havertz, he's come in for 65 million, right? The haters don't like it because he came from Chelsea, and they made their mind up because they're blinded. They just look at what he was at Chelsea and what they see at Chelsea, right? We're a little bit more clued up, so we see the player at Leverkusen. We know what Arteta's done with players in the past, so we have a look. So we look a bit deeper, so we can see things a little bit different, maybe from other people who can't see these things, and you can't knock him. Yes, there was a couple of bits of decision making in the first half that. He probably could have done better, but big up to him. He's come out in that second half, and playing against his old club where people are taking the piss out of him, calling out his name, taking the rise out of him. He comes in, and for the guy who apparently can't finish, right, scores 2 unbelievable finishes. Both of those goals were top finishes, and he had a great game. He had a really, really good game. But I guarantee you, right, there'll be certain people, and I know who they are, right, will still won't get it. They still won't see it. There'll be the AFT mob who will come out after the game, and no matter that, although he scored those 2 goals and was fantastic the second half, they will want to harp on the fact that maybe he should have made a couple of better decisions in the second. That's the sort of the brain cell that you have to deal with. But he, big up to him, mate. Big up to him. I mean, I was so pleased when he scored those 2 goals, because he's proving the doubters wrong week by week. And yeah, but I don't think they'll ever go away. But big up to him. So he gets a 9 for me tonight.
All right. 9.
2 goals. He's got to get a 9. 2 great finishes.
Yeah, a 9 for Kai Havertz. Bukayo Saka. So he's got that Saka.
Yeah, Saka. Yeah, he was a little bit forgettable.
Yeah.
He didn't. Do you know what? I've had a go. I feel like I'm having a go at Saka every week, when we do these shows or post matches, because I'm not. What it is, it's like the first half, especially the first half. There was times where he was doing something special, something like he was like, oh yeah, Saka, that movement, that ball, but then in the next breath, he'd do something like ridiculous, something really sloppy, or give the ball away, or do something. You know what I mean? I noticed it a lot, and yeah, I don't want to be too harsh on him because he didn't play bad, but he ain't right, and I think we've definitely got to get some kind of buy someone who, because I got a funny feeling that if we had, say, an Elise or a Neto sitting on the bench, they may be started in quite a few games, over the last 5-6 games, because he ain't been at his best. But on his day, he can still be brilliant. He can still come up with a goal. He can still come up with an assist. So that just shows how good he is, because he wasn't bad tonight. I don't know if I could give him a 6, but I'm not going to. But it would be a low 7 for me. He's probably the one I would say I would have liked to have seen a bit more from him tonight, but that's probably because he's so good. I'd like to know what you think, mate. Whether
Yeah, he had his moments. But I think it's that in a game where it's 5-0 to Arsenal, and we could have had 6 or 7. There weren't too many opportunities for Saka, but it goes back to should he have brought Saka off a bit earlier, given
Nelson.
Fabio Vieira, Nelson a bit more minutes.
He's struggling, mate. He's struggling.
He's been struggling for the last 3 years, Steve. He's played a European, was it World Cup? Come off the back of that, played pretty much every game last season. Same again this season. And this is what I worried about with Saka was now we're starting to get people talk about Saka's overrated, Saka's this. When you talk about world class, yes, I believe that's overrating him. But you're talking people like Saka goes missing, Saka's this, Saka's that. I saw someone talking about Saka faking his limp. Yet we see Saka get kicked about every game from players. The guy needs a rest.
That's off.
And I don't like the climate which is going to start coming his way because there were so many people talking about world class because they hung their hat on that statement of world class and it's come back to bite them in the arse. They're now turning on him. Well, he didn't call himself world class. He's still putting in the stats. He's still contributing to the team.
Yeah.
I agree with you. It's a quiet game tonight.
Yeah.
Peter on a 6 or a 7. I'd give him a 7. So I don't think anyone played a 6 tonight.
No.
And I thought, I think he needs a rest. And I think it's up to Mikel for times like this when we scored. We're 3-0 up. We've probably a good half hour to go there. It's probably time you take off Saka and bring on.
The thing is, he could have a similar game on Sunday against Tottenham, but you maybe are thinking about if you had some. We haven't really got anybody on the bench.
Got no other option.
He has to start.
Yeah, look, Martinelli was sort of quite fluid when he came on. Gabriel Jesus could probably play out there, but it's not their natural position. You want Gabriel Jesus and Martinelli cutting in and having those shots. So they're inside forwards. They're not. They're wingers, but they're in. Well, Jesus is a forward. But Martinelli's an inside forward. He gets in, he cuts in. Saka's the winger, which is probably why we're seeing him play more games because he's that out and out right winger.
Another thing he seems to be trying to do. He seems to be trying to do too much. You take down an extra player, or trying to shot when maybe he should pass. I think he's. And probably trying to play his way back. That's a sign of him knowing that he's not at his best when you do that.
Yeah, no, I agree.
I've done that myself. I've done it myself in many a game. When you try and make on that extra player, or you get the ball and you think, well, if I go round him, if I do take a shot and it goes top bins, then do you know what I mean? And then I can get a bit of confidence back. And it seems like a bit of that with him.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
It could well be. Let's quickly go to some of the comments. Gava says, if you want to see how good Partey was, look at how often Odegaard got the ball in space, how often Saka got one-on-one with a fullback. His ability to play forward with one touch is the difference here.
I agree. I agree with that.
I think Declan Rice is going to be learning a lot off of Jorginho and Thomas Partey while they're back in training. It'd be really good to see those three playing together. It'll be good to see those three in the training ground together, learning off each other. And it'd be good to see a bit more of Declan Rice and Thomas Partey on the weekend as well. All right, let's get through this. Let's get to the final players. So we'll just give Saka.
I'll give him a 7. You say because I don't think no one deserves under a 7. But yeah.
All right, Gabriel Martinelli came on.
Yeah, as you said, he looks a bit lively, but there was a couple of times where his decision making was bad, and where he should have played the ball and he didn't, which again is very similar to the Saka. He's trying to score a goal when he should pass, trying to, he's looking at the goal more than what's around him. Because he's trying to score, get that bit of confidence back. So
I think the difference is he's got Trossard in front of him as well, though. seeing that,
yeah.
So he's definitely snapping at stuff as well.
Yeah, but if I was Arteta, I'm saying, look, just look what's across from you before you shoot. When you're going, because a couple of times, I mean, I think Rice and Jesus was a couple of times where they were like going like this, as if to say, why didn't you pass it?
Yeah,
You should have passed it. But he looked dangerous. Do you know what I mean? He looked sharp, if anything. So yeah, look, I'll give him a 6. I'll give him a 6.
All right, 6 for Martinelli. Gabriel Jesus came on, got an assist, didn't he? Did he get an assist? Or he nearly got an assist? Did he get an assist?
He nearly got an assist for Rice.
It was for Rice. He nearly got an assist for Rice.
He was the best. He was the best of the substitution.
Yeah, no, he
was.
I mean, he was lively when he came on.
He come on. He's lively. He again, good team player. A bit not like Martinelli. He's probably got a little bit more intelligence than what Martinelli has, hasn't he? Been there, played in big games, so he knows that it's Martinelli. I think still got a little bit to learn. Do you know what I mean? But I'm sure he will. But yeah, I thought he was probably one of the best of the substitutions. So a substitute 7 for him because I thought he did really, really well.
Yeah, same here. And then there was a lovely bit of skill as well where he tried a 1-2, but Ben White or Fabio Vieira just weren't on his level, and he's popped it over the top. It's just dropped into the area. It looked like it was going to go out, but it actually stayed on. And they would have been able to get it, but they just weren't. They weren't reading what he was doing.
But the thing is, as well, like normally you would say after that substitute appearance, like, oh, you're asking questions of Arteta for Sunday, but Havertz, I don't know. It would be Havertz or Trossard, wouldn't it? Unless you play,
you can't.
You can't
drop either of those two.
You can't drop any of those two. It's Saka needs to have a good game on Sunday because Undogi's not out. Ben Davis he'll be up against Ben Davis.
Okay.
So maybe he can take advantage of him and maybe get a goal or get some assists, something like that. Because a Doggy and up against Saka on this form, you would put your money maybe on an Doggy winning that battle. Certainly match him. It'd certainly be a good match. So up against Ben,
they had a tough time last time, didn't they?
He did, yeah. But up against Ben Davis, you'd think that Saka would get some joy. So
very true. Fabio Vieira.
Yeah, I thought he done all right when he came on. He's unlucky with with a shot. I mean, he could be enough. See, but again, he's a little bit of a drop off from Saka, isn't he, to play out on that right?
Yeah, it's different type of player as well.
Yeah,
different type of player.
True, but yeah, he did well when he came on. Looked sharp. As I say, I thought he scored. I thought he was in that goal.
Yeah. A lot of people thought that was in.
Yeah. So yeah, 6.
6 for Vieira. I like Vieira. I think he's very harshly done by. I think people forget that Fabio Vieira was the player at the start of the season that you were trying to beat Kai Havertz with. They were saying that, Kai Havertz needs to be more like Fabio Vieira. Look how he's come in and makes a difference when he comes off the bench. Fabio Vieira gets injured, and it's like, do you know what? Fabio Vieira, we should sell him. Like, what? Relax. Just got to always look to sell players. Like
Arsenal fans are murder at that.
They're murder. Martinelli's had a pretty average season to the standards that Martinelli is. Yeah. I see the other day someone going, need to replace Martinelli. Martinelli could do with replacing. What? With who? With whom? And I bet if you ask them, they'll be like, Vinicius Junior, get in the bin. This is what I mean. They've got no answers. They just want to moan. They They got to be kids, didn't they? They've got to be kids. I didn't even know. I don't interact with these people. They give me a headache. But you say the same thing about. Get Arteta out my club. Who are you going to replace him with? Hansi Flick.
I don't know. They probably just got in. They probably just got in the shop, opened a pack of cards, and got Hansi Flick on there as a FIFA card, and saying, "Yeah, have him." He's got, look, it says up there, manager.
Dan. Oh, the Dan who retired
Manager.
after winning 4 Champions Leagues.
Look,
He
look.
retirement to come and get the Arsenal. You
They'd be like, look, Ronald,
idiot. You idiot.
look, Ronaldinho I got today, 98 pace.
Yeah.
Go buy him.
Who's
Who's he play
Sign
for?
him. Sign Ronaldinho. I don't know who this Ronaldinho is, but he looks mustard. As flick on your head, mate, you idiots. Honestly, you
R9. He looks a bit
Oh,
tasty.
he looks toasty. Injury pro, no?
Put him
No,
down.
Wayne's injury pro. Can't say fit. Can't say fit.
Says on here 40 million. I don't know where I read that. I don't know where I read that. Fucking 30 years ago.
Sign him up.
30 years ago, mate.
Sign him up. We're getting for his value.
Gabriel Batistuta, he's got 120 goals in 200 games. It says 20 million here, 20 euro. Who's he playing? Oh, mate. It's not even far off, I tell you.
But the thing is, they get 2,000 likes, 1,500 retweets. You're like, what?
Yeah, it's like talking to my like Oliver, who's 8 years old. Do you know what I mean? And who's like, oh yeah, with FIFA here. You know, like I got Arsenal on the FIFA, and he's like, yeah, this puts Zidane in and that. Who's he play? Do you know what I mean? They don't know. These were about 30.
Let's not forget, yeah, that half of these people that like to talk the talk, yeah, said that they would have signed Jed Spence. Just remember that. Just remember that. I know you are people. You said you would sign Jed Spence, and I will never let you forget about that. If you talk again, if I ever see you talk in any of these groups I'm in, I'm just going to say, what happened to Jed Spence? How's he doing? How's he doing? Zinchenko. Zinchenko.
Yeah, he did all right when he come on. Yeah, six.
And Jorginho.
Same, mate. Yeah, say come in. You know, done what you had to do. Chelsea were like, you know, in the gutter by
Be like, Jorginho and Havertz coming off for Arsenal.
Yeah, there was Conor Gallagher was like crawling in the middle of the park, like trying to like, no, where's he going to come back?
Yeah.
Mudryk, I didn't even see him in the game. I don't know where he was.
What were they saying? Mudryk plays about 4 decent games against a bunch of cannon fodder against Burnley, and Bournemouth, and you're talking like, do you know what? This player might be worth 80 million in 5 years' time. It might be good.
I'll tell you what, another thing, just like on the game, right? How wasn't that a send? Look, I know, like people, you know me and VAR, right? How can the VAR check that and clear it, right? And not even get a yellow card? I just don't know. I don't know. It should have been sent off. Ridiculous.
Tom Key. No, this is the Arsenal show, mate. This is the Arsenal show. However, every Monday you can catch us for the Super 6 podcast on the Transfer Exchange show. So this is for everyone. It's just for today. You just so happen.
This is proper, mate. This is where you're proper.
To venture into Arsenal territory.
Yeah.
But every Monday you can catch us at 8 o'clock. We've got Liverpool fans on, Man City fans on, Man United fans on, the lot. So make sure you subscribe and come and join us next Monday as well. Yeah. Same starting 11 on Saturday before we go on to Mikel Arteta, Steve?
Yeah, definitely 100%. What is it? It's Wednesday today. Yeah, they got plenty of time to recover. You know, other than injuries, which I don't think there was they? You know, they all looked like they come through the game fine. Yeah, let's go again. Go against Tottenham. We got the bit between our teeth now. We look like we're back again. You know, on a roll, which is good, you know, because when we have had our little hiccups during the season, that we have reacted, and that's different from last season. No, you get a loss, and then you're like, well, how have they reacted? And look, they've gone away to Wolves, beat them easily 2-0, and just absolutely smashed the Chelsea team tonight off the park. And yeah, Liverpool, Man City will be going, well.
Where are you, Vaughan? Where are you, Vaughan? You was on the Super 6 podcast yesterday in the comment section. Where are you today? Don't hide. Come on.
Mm.
Don't make me search you out. I'll find you. I will find
But
you.
yeah, it's got to be the same team, mate. The same team, and it's going to be tough. I think it's going to be a lot tougher than tonight. That's for sure. I'll take a 1-0 win all day long. But yeah, because they're going to want to stop us. They're going to want to stop us to win the title. And yeah, it's over to Liverpool and Man City now. And Man City, you've got to win their next two. So.
Yep, they definitely
And so
do.
have Liverpool, actually, because we've got a better goal difference. So they've got to win their next two as well. So
yeah, we've left it to them. We've left it to them to ask the questions.
Yeah, they've got to win their next two games. Liverpool and Man City, to go above Arsenal, have got to win their next two. I think that's right. Because
Man City need to win. Liverpool need to win to be involved.
Yeah. To go above us, they would have to win both, wouldn't they?
Yeah, well, Liverpool can't because of goal difference.
That's it. Yeah.
Mikel Arteta tonight.
Yeah, I mean 5-0 win, mate. What can you more? It was perfect, wasn't it? So he's got to get a 10, mate. He's got to get a 10.
All right, Mikel Arteta with a 10. All right. Anything more before we go, Steve?
No, mate. Just fantastic performance tonight. Well done to the boys. We move on to Sunday. Massive game against Tottenham. Couldn't have hoped for better tonight. So, yeah, we're in. I've already said at the start of the show. Look, this is where we want to be. You know, we can't ask for any better now. You know, this is the perfect position that we would want to be at the beginning of the season.
Mm-hmm.
5 games to go, and Liverpool and Man City got to win their games to go above us. So, well, Liverpool have got, Man City have, that's for sure, because they've got, even if they win their next one, they've still got to win.
They've got to win both.
They've got to win both. So we've put that into. We can't do no more than that now.
Yeah,
we can't do no more. I mean,
we just got to keep on putting 3 points on the board, and like I said,
I'll tell you what, though.
Chelsea.
If we can beat Tottenham, I think I'm going to start getting really excited, because then it'd be down to I think we'd have Everton at home, Bournemouth at home, and
Man United.
Man United and Everton.
Yeah. Is Everton last game of the season, Man United second to last?
Yeah. So it's 4 games we've got left, isn't it? It's 4 games we've got left. I mean, what a position to be in, mate. With 4 games to go.
Mm-hmm.
Asking.
I'd have taken this all day long. I'd have taken this all day long at the start of the season.
Yeah. I think you could have your FA Cup, Garth. Good luck. Right, I'd rather be where I am, mate.
He ain't letting that one lie, is he? All right, make sure you press that like and subscribe, people. If you are new to the show, if you are a regular, hit that like, hit that share button, and hit that copy button. It massively helps us with the algorithm. It massively helps us push to the top table on YouTube, so people can actually find us out there. I see a couple of new people in the comment section tonight, so please appreciate that. If you just press that button, it's free. It's not going to cost you anything, and it helps us. So give a little back. We appreciate it. If you're on Twitter watching, come over to KS1 TV or get in the comment section on Twitter next time so she can have your say as well. Also, appreciate if you press that like on Twitter and press that retweet on Twitter as well. Gavo's getting in the comments. Good show, boys. Fair play.
Cheers, mate.
Gavo. Make sure you join us at the weekend. The North London derby. Arsenal take on Tottenham in one of the biggest games of the season, one of the most important games of the season. We're going to be doing a post-match reaction. Make sure you come and join us. Peace out. Stay safe and wash your hands.